What's up, interwebs? Welcome to the Skyler Grant Podcast, where we go through the only novel I've ever pantsed and finished, and we read a chapter every day. It's being read by my good buddy Adam Daley at ZOP Gaming.
Hello.
We read an episode every episode. We read a chapter every episode.
We read an episode every chapter.
Yes, we read an episode every chapter, and then we discuss it afterwards. And by the way, I'm Tim Green. If you didn't know, this is my channel. I should probably say that.
Mr. Tim RG.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna warn you here. Before we get to the call outs we have to do and everything. Be prepared to be uncomfortable.
So I have to read ahead.
You're gonna just be prepared to be uncomfortable.
All right.
All right. So yeah,
it's gonna get uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's gonna be uncomfortable. We're gonna turn the AC off.
Oh damn it! It is like it's hot.
But yeah, prepare to be uncomfortable. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, as you prepare to be uncomfortable, while you wait for the reading, why don't you go and hit that like button if you go on to enjoy this, because it helps us out. But don't hit it. Smash it and do it as a prayer to the holy algorithm.
The holy algorithm.
And subscribe, because I got running content on here. And I guess if you have a little extra time, you could go over and check out ZOP Gaming.
Yo.
If you're into horrible gameplay.
We are middle-aged bad gamers.
Yes.
What's up?
There's a reason why the pro is in quotes.
Yeah.
We're not joking. The
even
logo.
Even if we actually got paid to be gamers, we're still not professionals.
No, it's in quotes for a reason.
Yeah.
They suck. But anyway, now that the call-outs and all these things are done, Adam, you can start reading and be uncomfortable when you're ready.
All right. Here we go. Skyler Grant, written by Tim R.G., narrated by Adam Daley. Chapter 43. Skyler wrapped his arms around Hillary and held her, and the two continued to kiss. A few minutes passed when Skyler felt Hillary start to pull his shirt up. They broke their lip lock only long enough for Hillary to pull his shirt over his head, and they were back, their lips pressed against each other with their tongues going at it. Okay, yeah, that's... Oh, this is where it gets really awkward. Okay, I'm going to read ahead for just a moment, and... Around the arms, okay, yeah, wait. How did... No, hold on a second. She was... But no... Okay. I mean, that wasn't necessary at all. Yeah. Dude, this is cringe. This is so awkward. It's worse than I'm not reading this. It's worse than the fight scenes. Like, Skyler had 3 arms at one point. Where did the fire pit go? That was there for a while. Yeah, that's just... No. All right, this is something that only a Timothy would write. Anyway. 3 minutes earlier. Puff. Jenna and Jared appeared in the middle of the road, and it was hard to see. Jenna's eyes didn't have a chance to adjust because around the bend behind them, bright headlights pierced the darkness. She and Jared turned only to go form, not seeing from the dark to not seeing from blinding lights. It was only a second. Puff, puff, pass. Jenna and Jared appeared behind the large van that swerved to the side of the road and nearly tipped over from the sudden turn. It didn't, but came real close. The van stopped and the doors opened. Jenna and Jared walked over to it. Out stepped one of the older girls who was trapped in Death Chamber. So it's Death Chamber now. Okay. What the hell were you doing in the This girl stopped when she saw it was Jenna. Jenna! What are you doing here? We thought you were going to destroy the complex. I am, she said. I am going to check on that in a second, but Jared needed a ride. Where's Jin? He's a mile behind us, or so. The other van had some trouble, so he stopped to help them. We are going to meet where this road meets the main road. Is there any room in your van? No more seats, but We can find a space. There's a few spots available in the van that was having trouble. We can take Jared to the main road. Good. I have to get going. Bye, Jared. Don't. I want to help. I would love to have another person help us, but you don't have any power, and it will be too dangerous. I am sorry. Go with them. Puff. Puff. Jenna appeared right in the main control room where they learned where the other kidnapped kids were being held, as well where Jared and Hillary were. Jenna went to the computer and started going through the files. It amazed her how she could talk directly to the computer, and everything that was on the network passed through her mind. All she had to do was think of a file, might be what she was looking for, and it would open like it would on the computer screen. What would it be in her mind? She could be reading something while still searching other files. In seconds, she had 13 files open, reading each of them at the same time, while still searching anything that would help them destroy everything here. It took 3 minutes for her to find what she was looking for. She found on the northeast end of the base was 6 giant natural gas tanks. She knew that would be a great way to get it start, but it wouldn't be enough to destroy the whole base. Jenna was not sure they were going to be able to destroy the whole base when something popped into her head. Puff. Jenna was back in the basement outside the steel room of death, where they tried to kill all the other kids they had kidnapped over the years. She didn't enter it. She walked to the opposite of the hole that Skyler punched through with his energy beams and found 15 small natural gas that would be used on a backyard grill. She grabbed a hold of 2. Puff. Puff. Jenna was back in the main control room. She touched the computer, and shut down all the computers in the room, then walked over to the door so it would drift through out of the area around it. With the door open, she grabbed the other tank. Puff. Jenna spent the next 10 minutes using her memory of key locations of the base, tanking the tanks of gas to these areas and hiding them before moving on to another area. The last 2 Jenna left in the basement. She wanted to make sure that area was gone for what almost happened. With all 15 in place, she teleported to each one and turned on all the valves open and let the gas free. The last one open, she headed back to where she had left Hillary and Skyler. Puff. I found some large gas tanks. Oh, God! Jenna stopped. Puff. Puff. Jenna appeared in the woods about 100 feet away from Skyler and Hillary. Seeing a naked Hillary sitting on Skyler with his pants around his ankles was not something she expected to see or wanted to see. Yeah, that in the scene that I refused to read, that never happened. They clearly calmed down on the Kama Sutra, Heisenberg stuff. Cronenberg. Yeah, that's my own personal stuff. Not sure how long she would have to wait. She felt a little hurt seeing the 2 of them in the midst of making love to each other. While she didn't like Skyler, she knew she had a little hope that Hillary would either be dead or would no longer like him. Dead like her father. It was only small, but it was still there. 30 minutes later, Hillary rested her head on Skyler's chest, both still without clothes. Obviously cold because they've been there for like 27 minutes. Skyler felt amazed having finally be able to be with the girl he loved. But he was a little confused. Mostly it was from why them. Sure, they were both free from Dr. King grip, but they will still mostly, it was, what? Okay. But they still had a mission to do, and it couldn't help but wonder if it couldn't have waited. It had been 10 minutes since they finished. No, No, it hadn't. And finally caught his breath. So had Hillary when he sat up. No, that's not. There's no way a kid, some teenagers lasting 20 minutes. What's wrong? Asked Hillary, sitting up. It's nothing, he replied, pulling his pants up. Did you not? No, he said. Skyler was not sure this was the right for their first time together, but he did not want her thinking he didn't want to, or that he did not enjoy it. He did. It was great. Then what is it? I'm just not sure we should have done it right now. It wasn't like we couldn't have waited until after we take out that base. No, it couldn't, Hillary snapped. She stood up, grabbed her sweats and panties and pulled them on. You said it yourself. We could die, and I was not about to risk losing you without you knowing exactly how I felt. I love you, and I wanted my first time to be with you and no one else. If you die or I do, I wanted to know my first time was with someone I truly loved. I don't care if it looks like some kind of I didn't want to die a virgin, because I didn't. Skyler couldn't argue with that, and it did help with his feelings that it could have waited. Okay. Okay, that's it. No, I said okay, I agree. I'm glad we did it, because, I mean, I love you. Hell, I wouldn't have gone through all of this to find you if I didn't. If it okay with you, how about we make it through this so that one time isn't the only time we are together? Hillary didn't say anything. She just smiled and zipped up her jacket. About time, said a voice. Hillary and Skyler turned to see Jenna walking out of the woods. Fucking perverts. Jenna, Hillary said. Did you two have to lay there for like 37 minutes? After you were, Skyler felt his face go bright red. Knowing Jenna had caught them was a little embarrassing. He looked to Hillary, who was turning purple. Breathe, Hillary, breathe! Neither said anything for a moment, yet because she's holding her breath. How much did you see? Asked Hillary, breaking the silence. Let's just say I saw enough to leave. You two were obviously making up for lost time. Skyler felt his face get even hotter, especially seeing Jenna wink at him as her way of saying, way to go, you finally got a piece of that hot, firm ass. Skyler knew Jenna wouldn't have said it that way, but that was the first thing that came to his mind. Now have been making his first time extremely embarrassing. He took a deep breath. What did you find? Tanked the tanks.
I was just trying to throw some tongue twisters in there for you, Adam, See, when I wrote this, I knew over a decade from now, someone who has a speech impediment and stutters will read this and record it. And I wanted to make this harder for him.
Oh, so it wasn't tanking the tanks. It was taking, but...
Yeah, but you read it as...
I read it as tanking.
It's still not much difference, though.
Yeah. Puff, turning, taking the tanks of gas to these areas and hiding them before moving on to another area. Oh, and some of the, earlier stuff where it was slowly doing the thing slowly.
Yeah.
Skyler, yeah.
Slowly, the thing slowly. Yeah, I honestly don't...
Oh, yeah. Lowered her down to the rough dirt and grassy ground. It was like, that's usually where the dirt is on the ground.
Is it? You never know. It could be on the trees.
If it's the grassy ground, why is it also the dirt ground?
I don't know.
Yeah, come on. You lowered it down onto the grass, which is weird because the fire pit that in the previous chapter, Skyler had his feet up on while drinking a drink. He was having a beer. We all know it. And, yeah, that was like right there. And then suddenly, you ever been around a fire pit? There's no grass there.
That's why
they
dirt,
moved away from it.
There's the dirt of the grassy ground, the grassy grass.
Oh my God. It was.
Yeah, I don't know why I include this. I could not tell you this. For some reason, I wanted these two to have sex, apparently.
And that initial thing, yes, I hyped up the whole, it's, this, that. No, it just gets awkward. It's incredibly awkward. And I punched it up with my reaction to it. It's.
I'm pretty sure at some point there was a more graphic version of it.
Oh, probably, but that's not in this one.
No.
Because this one really was. She sat on his lap, and they kissed. And then he touched a boob.
And it was over.
And then we move on to the next scene. That was it. She took off her shirt, and he touched a boob.
No. But anyway, I don't know why I decided that. If this was ever to be... If I continued this and rewrote it, that would have gotten cut out.
Yeah.
I still would have... It still would have happened.
Oh, yeah, just off camera.
It would have just been pitch black. I don't know why. I could not tell you for the life of me.
You jumped to the real main character at that point. And that was Jenna.
No, but Skyler's the main character.
Yes, we all know Skyler's the main character.
And the reason why he can last 30 minutes is because he's cool.
The main character,
He's the main character, and he's cool. And Jenna's dad is dead.
Yes. That's why she doesn't get any action.
Or does she?
Not in this scene.
Not in this chapter, but maybe in the future.
Well, everyone has a possibility in the future when you're 14. Wait, she's 16.
16, yes.
She'd be punching down if she went after Skyler.
Oh, she might be punching down.
Then again, she might be punching up if she went after Hillary. I'm just saying. Maybe she decides to discover herself, and Hillary's like, you know what? I like this a lot more. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
And we don't have to go 20 minutes for 4 times, okay? Just saying.
Yeah.
You don't have staying power, Skyler.
I don't know why. Again, I don't know why I wrote that, but I love the reaction to Jenna.
Oh, God.
I'm like... I remember reading this when I decided to go through the rest of it before we even got to this far. And I was like, I got there, I'm like... Oh, okay. Yeah. It'd be funny if I should have had her come back and react, walked in there, and I turned the page, and it's like, oh, I laughed out loud. I'm like,
puff. Oh, sweet Jesus.
I'm like, oh, God, I did redo this. Okay, good. At least I got something out of this.
By all things good and holy. I wish I was a weeping angel and could just turn to stone right now. Puff. I honestly feel that if I could go, like, you rewrite this, it works amazingly. I want to do that. I want to do the thing again. But this time, Jenna's reaction is just me riffing. Like, there is the initial, I found some large gas tanks. Oh, boy! That's not even physically possible. Puff. Oh, hey, you know what? Maybe I can. You know what? No, never mind. Puff. They don't even know I'm here.
But yeah,
am I invisible? Am I? You know what? I'm setting up the tripod, pressing record.
Wow.
Whoa, wait, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Ah! Yeah, in the rewrite, they're all in their 20s.
Yeah.
He's 25 now.
He's 25.
Yeah, it's totally cool.
No. Skyler is the appropriate age where this scene would not be awkward.
It's freshman year of college.
So
he's 18, 19.
He's 18. And because, Hollywood would then somehow still keep Hillary like 17.
Yeah, I don't understand that. She's she's in the same class as him.
But yeah,
leave that where it is.
No,
Jenna being 1 grade ahead of them, totally cool.
But yeah,
Jin being in his 40s.
This is a young adult novel. He's in his 30s, but
he's old and cool, which means that he's in his 30s.
He's old and cool. That means he's in his 30s.
He's not even like, you would think that 27, 28 would be, no, it's like 34.
No, actually, wait. This is a young adult novel. He's 25.
Yes.
But
But somehow
he's actually 35.
Like, if you really look at the fact that he worked for Dr. King over a decade ago
Yep.
and considered a high-level scientist in the group, which is really weird because he trains kids to fight now. Doesn't do any science.
Hey, he could do martial arts as a hobby.
Yeah, but to train people to be like assassins and superpowered kids?
He could be that good. You never know. You don't know his backstory.
He's Batman.
Nobody knows his backstory.
Yeah, I know.
Not even me.
Not even Tim.
But
But oh my god, it's an experience.
yeah, this whole part could have been summed up in like
Yeah. Yeah, this could have,
like 2 paragraphs.
yeah, this could have been just Skyler and Hillary get their moment together.
Though
It's over to Jenna, who's actually doing the work. And then we skip back.
Though I would really like to, if I rewrote this, keep this scene, but at the start of the chapter, we literally go into the narrating, going and they, oh god, what? Like no, whoa, oh,
Why am I watching this? Oh, that's right. I'm the narrator.
why I'm the narrator, but
Even
I
better
don't
is
want to see this. These are
legit write it
children.
out as Tim.
These
Tim,
are-
why did you write this?
This is children. Why am I being forced to watch
This-
this? I'm the narrator. Like
This
no,
is terrible, Tim.
No. Wait, how did his hand get? But
Yes.
and then we give.
Okay, that doesn't even make sense
basically
anymore.
the entire chapter.
Did they move?
This entire chapter becomes a commentary on like not what a narrator should ever do, and then it's like 30 minutes. Like yeah, right.
30 minutes.
Yeah, of cuddling. After like 30 seconds after Jenna disappeared, more likely.
Yeah.
And every time it's like the narrator just can't help but comment.
That's what I did. Every time I could, I would throw a little zing at Skyler there.
Yeah, but like
Dude's had it way too easy in this book.
but write it actually that way.
Yeah.
But then never do that in any other part of the book.
Yeah. Let me write that section.
It's like
You actually write out what happens, but I'm writing what I write is just me commenting on what that is.
now there's some people might have an issue that there's a sex scene of teenagers having sex in a young adult novel, but most people would say the 2 ways you do it in young adult is either it's fade to black or you focus completely on the emotional aspect.
Yes.
Not the porn.
No. You leave that out of it.
Because that's exploiting of teens. Again,
Exactly.
which goes back to what I have no clue what I was thinking. And I've actually, when I knew this was coming, because once I picked it back up, I'm like, even before, I'm like, oh yeah, didn't I? And I found the page. I'm like, oh, do I really want him reading this? Also, I thought it was a lot more graphic. It wasn't as graphic as I remember.
It's really not.
But at the same time, I think I was remembering maybe the original, if that original even exists, because I have no record of it anymore. There's a possibility it could have been a lot more graphic. Again, why I don't know why I decided to include that. Maybe it was like, it's a young adult novel, teenagers have sex, so I'm going to have it. But instead of doing the emotional thing, I decided to do this. Or not to cut it black. Again, I don't know. I regret it. 100%. Like,
Oof.
again, if I was purposely writing it the way if I knew now how you were reading it, like if I purposely thought that way to write this, I would have started it off with the humor of like, oh God, why am I having to watch this? I'm a narrator. These are children. Like, just do that kind of like joke. Like, wait, his hand is. But how? But where's the campfire? There's snow now. Wait, it's
Why is
snowing.
there snow?
Oh wait, that's pollen. But where did this come from?
Wait, someone's got to have allergies. Why is there that much pollen?
To make it look like snow. Like, but how is his hand? But okay, I'm not. Nope. I'm done. I'm not doing this. We're skipping ahead.
All right.
I would do something like that, but again, this was me just pantsing the novel, and at that time, I know for a fact, even when my plan
when you started something, you had to finish it.
And even if I knew I wanted to cut it off somewhere, I had to finish it. It was one of those things.
So that you
tweak.
knew what the finish of that scene truly was.
Yes, and I could, and if I needed it for later on,
Yep.
just for like tweaks or something like that. even though we didn't see it. But yeah, way too graphic. Again, I don't know why. It was
both too graphic and also not graphic enough.
Yeah.
Like it was.
Now I know some authors out there would say no, that's fine. Not because it's taking it from exploitive aspect. It's like you write what happens, and I remember going through the Chuck Palahniuk Fight Club authors, his book on writing, and he talked about you write about stuff like this, and he said him and the other authors, he's written full on like teenagers going down and describing a blowjob on an adult.
Yep.
Because that's the scene. That's the story. It needed to
be done.
People can agree whether we needed to see that or not, but there are some things, and in some sense,
that's what the author wrote.
In some senses, I agree. You can argue with Stephen King. He literally had an orgy scene in it with the children.
Well, it's there, but it's not graphic.
Yes.
It really does lean towards the emotional side of what's happening.
Yeah. But it's also, it's not teenagers.
Yeah, no.
These are 10-year, 11-year. Yeah, preteens.
Yeah, it was,
and so,
even he regrets doing that. But at the same time, when you think of the fact that they as characters had to lose their innocence.
Yep.
The only other way is to witness death.
Yeah.
And they had already witnessed death.
Yeah.
And that didn't take it away from them.
So it's one of those things where, like, I've never gone through the book It.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It's one of those things I'll probably go through. Stephen King's writing is just weird to me. And also, since I do audiobooks, I don't really like the narrator. He generally does for the most part.
I haven't listened to any, so couldn't tell you.
I think he has the same narrator for most of them. And the one who did the Dark Tower, it fit the Dark Tower.
All right.
But I think I did another one. I was trying to do
The Stand.
The Stand, and I did not like it.
The Stand is a great book.
Yes, I did not like the narrator. I didn't like how the narrator.
I don't know if I could listen to somebody narrate it because I've read it like 5 times.
Yeah, I didn't like the narrator on it. And I think it's the same one he does most of all
One of
books.
the times I bought the book, not remembering that I had read it 3 times prior. So the first time I ever read The Stand was in 6th grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I didn't finish it. So in 7th, 8th grade, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to read through. And then I finished it that time.
Now, was this the standard
the
one?
uncut?
This was the one that
the 1,300 page. Yes.
The one that
I carried that around with me everywhere.
Wow. That's probably the reason why I couldn't really get into it as well, because it was the narrator and then
it is
the
a
length.
Bible.
So, but
it has so much going on to it that honestly, you either had to split it up into multiple books or it's one huge book.
But going back to the whole thing,
it's
like,
epic. Yeah.
I do agree with the whole idea of you write what you write, but you do it. You make sure that there's a reason for it.
Yes.
You just don't do it to do it.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure there was a reason why I decided to do that, but I don't remember it all.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
guessing
it's been what, a decade since you wrote this?
Over a decade. And the thing is,
in this section, you were trying to just finish it.
Yes, but also like I don't remember any. Like I said, when I read this and I saw Jenna's reaction, I'm like, after I thought if I was to rewrite this, I'd have her walk in on him. Oh, I did that already.
Oh, I did have them walk in. Okay.
Okay, I don't remember that at all. Like, I remember this scene, and I remember it being way more graphic than I thought it was. But again, as I said, that could be because there was a different cut of this one, right. Or I just thought this was graphic, very graphic.
This was super graphic.
And because, over a decade, what you thought you wrote wasn't what you wrote.
And you're like, oh, that wasn't what I thought it was at all. Oof.
No.
I was kind of cringe.
So,
it was cringe.
But yeah, it was cringe. But not so. But overall, what did you think of the chapter?
Not bad. It does need a rework.
Oh, yeah.
But you advance the story with it.
The second half.
Yeah, well, no. Jenna's entire part.
That's what I mean. The second half.
Yeah, the other section.
The other stuff. No. Again, a paragraph and then the wrap up. No, 2 paragraphs. All you needed. Got to Jenna, come back. Egan can slim down them afterwards.
Yeah, that could have been slimmed down a little bit more.
And then move on.
Yep.
But it is what it is.
To destroy the base.
Yes. I love how you just started adding to, I'm guessing I'm going to go and destroy the base.
You just gotta, the plan is to destroy the base.
Yes. But I do just want to make a case here really quickly for why Skyler Grant could last those 30 minutes.
Oh, why is that?
Because he's cool, and he's the main character.
He also has telekinesis, so, he can literally stop it from happening and just be like, nope.
But he's Skyler, and he's cool.
Yeah.
And he's the main character. No. He's 15 years old.
Yeah, that's just, yeah.
I think he's 15 back now, because he went from 15 to 14, and I believe at some point he came back to 15.
Yeah, or he might be 37. I don't know anymore.
Oh, you're thinking of Jin.
No, Jin could...
Now, Jin is...
It's a young adult novel. He can't be over the age of 30. Even though he's worked for Dr. King for a long time.
Because he was smart.
And then 10 years later...
You're right. So he's 25, but really he's like 37.
Yeah, the dude's in his mid to late 30s, if not 40.
Yeah, but, they'd cast like a 25-year-old.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because...
Or...
Someone who looks like they're 25.
They cast somebody who was in their 50s.
No, that's more like Jenna's dad. But the 50s?
Yeah, I know. Jenna's dad is
he's a silver
actually
fox.
Way old. He's a silver fox, but they hired an actor in their 50s to play it.
But he's...
And not Paul Rudd.
Nope.
Or Keanu Reeves. Somebody who actually looks like they're in their 50s.
Again, what I'm saying, it's... What's the actor's name? With the mustache.
Oh, Sam Elliott. Yes.
Yeah. That's who I pictured. But younger.
Yeah, a Sam Elliott in his, early 40s. Late 30s.
No.
Even.
I know who it is. He's the Sam Elliott from Ghost Rider.
Yes.
He's still old, but that's
it's not.
No, he's like in his 50s by then.
No, in my opinion, her dad, John. It's Sam Elliott from
the Hulk.
Nope.
Yes.
I'm going further back.
You're going further back.
The Big Lebowski.
He was in that?
Yep.
No, I didn't know that.
He's the dude, other dude, at the bar, at the bowling alley.
Oh,
who's like, you know what? I'm a dude too. He's like, yeah, I'm the dude. Dude's not a good thing to be sometimes. He's like, no, it's not. Like, their entire conversation is basically like, they call you the dude. I'm a cowboy. Being a dude isn't that cool. Well, I'm a bowler, so whatever. And that's it. That's their entire scene. But it puts Sam Elliott in the film. And it's pretty cool.
But yeah, I always just pictured when you did it, because the way you did the voice.
Well, first of all, that's John. Put Mr. on my name. With some respect.
Okay, Mr. Angle. John Angle.
John
Doesn't sound like
Angle.
The way you did the voice does not fit the last name.
Not at all.
Put some respect on my name.
It's not respect. It's respect.
Respect
you put
on
some
my
respect
name.
On my name.
Okay, Mr. Sissy.
No, you shut up.
No, that's your last name.
I know, but
shut up. It's Mr. John.
Just call me Mr. John.
Mr. John.
Then there's Detective Daniels. That dude just sounds like he's trying to take a shit all the time. Super constipated.
That version, though, you just did sound a little too much like John.
They're close.
Well, because you haven't done Daniels. Because we don't know what happens with Daniels.
He just wandered off screen.
He had 2 more chapters, and then the epilogue.
Yeah. Will he show up?
No.
You're going to have to tune in to the next episode.
I'm going to spoil it right now.
No!
He does not show up.
Why would you do that?
Because
now we have nothing to look forward to. Also, we're almost 40 minutes into this episode.
Okay, so we should probably wrap this up?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So you're telling me, Adam, we went on too long about the awkward stuff.
Yes.
And then a tangent on Sam Elliott.
Yes.
Nah, that was all worth it.
All right.
All right. We'll wrap this episode up here. So if you enjoyed it, let us know in the comment section. What do you think of this chapter? Do you think it's needed? Do you think it could have been squashed down to like 2 paragraphs like we said? Did you find it hilarious? Because we planned this from the beginning how Adam was going to read it. Like from the very first episode.
Yeah, because I really didn't want to read how awkward that was. And I just made it funnier. That's all.
I told him I want you to go like, oh. Wait, his hand.
I'm sorry, you did what?
Yeah, we kept...
John's ghost shows up to judge Skyler's action. Boy, you have disappointed me.
Yeah.
It just flexes all 37,000 of his muscles and leaves.
Yeah. So let us know in the comment section what you thought. Also, you made it this far. I'm assuming you're enjoying it. So why not go and smash that like button? Wow. Why don't you go and smash that like button as a prayer to the holy algorithm?
The holy algorithm.
And subscribe because I got writing content on this channel. And speaking of that writing content, I'll have stuff on screen now. The first will be the links to the rest of the Skyler Grant podcast, so you can get caught up if you're not caught up. And off to the other side will be to the best video I have that is best for you. Whatever you need to click on, we'll see you there. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.